Why should anybody believe in Ninjman?
I don't care if you believe me after you know God.
Let me
tell you something.
Let me
hold on. When you say that,
in the mid-90s.
Hold on, when you say that, I can hit a point to you. I don't care whether I don't believe me or not, you know.
Yeah.
The last time I give my life to God, wholly and solely, and I
Did you really?
And when you not done criticize me, I couldn't take it no more. I have to come out and say, God, if I so much Christian to be, I can't take him, I walk away. But me, I'll tell you something now.
Were you really a Christian, or were you just broke?
What?
I needed some money.
You can't make me broke. You think a DJ make money like me?
How much do you make for a regular stage show?
I tax you want to come down for me. I don't make nothing. You think you're not...
You're Ali Button?
Yes, work for nothing, but if you check my pocket, it have been something.
Were you really a Christian?
I wasn't a Christian. I was a man of God.
What's the difference?
Because Christians have a tendency to be hypocrite in the sight of God.
And what are you now?
When you work in the sight of God, you must not go to a man's yard. You must not cheat on your fellow brothers in the church. You must not rob the collection. And a church that is dealing with God is supposed to make sure that what he's doing, when he preach and collect the collection, you have mad people on the road, you have sick people who need help, you have school who need help, and the pastor them a thief the collection at carry garden yard. I want the collection to do something beneficiary to the country and to the poorer class people. And until that time, I am not a Christian, I am a man of God. I am far from church but closer to God. You understand? I'm not going to stay near church and far from God, because some of them in our church are really right.
With this latest move, what's now? Are you Desmond Mohammed?
No.
What?
You never hear me come here and say salam alaikum, alaikum salam, you know.
So what is it? What exactly was it? You want the crime to stop?
Yes.
Are you hoping that people will now turn over a new leaf, see you in a different light?
The leaf thing will not work. Me no business where they want to see me now, you know. Because you know why? Me a work where God and man shall see that Ninjaman is no more in their foolishness, in no more crime. Before, you know what me do? 3 years now, me start practice how to walk a straight road. That's why I take up my wife and my son and I tell them, say, these are my 2 friends. I don't want nobody else around me. Because I have a tendency, if I take up 2 friends, I walk with me. And when I walk with them, if them shoot a man, I am the one God jail. So I know, so you see right now, forget all this heap of friend thing and this heap of badness thing, and I could make me live a life now that the youths them will live and respect Ninjaman can say, alright, me know Ninjaman as the Dan Gargan and I did want to be the Dan Gargan. You know where I want to be now, I want to be a righteous man.
When you, I'm concerned, Ninjaman, when you lie down, when you are reflecting in your private moment, how do you see yourself, apart from the man who goes on stage and just rock the place and come off? How do you see you?
Me, individual me.
Yeah.
A messenger for Christ.
And Christ sent you to preach about
a man of a responsibility. Let me tell you something. Don't pressure me if you're gone. Because I can tell you something about the Bible.
If you wanted this to be quiet.
Hold on.
If you wanted this to be quiet, why did you choose to have it in front of a group of thousands of people?
Listen to me. You're pressuring and talking about gun like if I DJ about gun, I can't do the work of God. You read about Paul?
What about Paul?
Paul was the same man they called Saul, who used to slew Christians. I never kill a Christian yet. I am going to make go rob a church one time and get in a spirit for me and I have to run out.
Who have you killed?
Let me tell you
never
something.
Kill a Christian?
I never kill a fly or a mosquito.
Who does the killing for you?
My girl, what you really call me on your TV for do? To send me a prison? Me go there already. And then find me not guilty after then give me 1 year and 6 months to suffer for things that I don't know about. Then send me out and say I find it not guilty. You can't send me back just so you know. What me I say right now is we must try come together. Every man should look what Ninjaman do this morning. You understand? That's why me come to tell you no one thing, you know. Me don't want no information from no informer. If you come tell we say, Tom Jones have a gun around there so I hide. We want a youth feel justifying himself and say, you see when Ninjaman do something positive, something where I help him the people of the country, and a beneficiary to the whole of we in a society. And I can make that positive move and make that giant step and tell themselves, say, yeah, you me, give up this, because this now make a benefit to nobody. Because me I tell you the truth, you know, when I'm a bad man, you know, girlfriend.
Emily.
Emily.
Emilycrooks.
Emily, whatsoever. Anyway, when me I say Emily.
Are you clean?
Eh?
Never smoke anything before you came this morning?
Me smoke weed. You have a problem with that?
You smoke weed?
Yeah.
How you get it? Plant it?
A girl, you are a real informer, you know, man.
Emily. Have to keep correcting you. Where
You
you,
know, so
you
you give
plant
me
it?
answer like a union Keisha.
Eh? Your wife give you problems?
Anyway, when me I say,
Huh?
Emily,
Your wife give you problems?
you're too fast, Emily, man. I know that to come here to deal with,
That's
man.
why I'm a journalist. I ask the question. That's what I do. Don't you know? Sure you expected this before you came here.
You know, say
I
a
could
man
probe
supposed
the
to not
issues.
likes you.
Yeah? That's very, very personal. We want to get back to the nitty
So we want get back going in me and Keisha life. You never know
Eh.
say me and Keisha life personal, but you want dig down in my one. Eh?
We're going to take a break. When
You
we come-
better broke up.
when we'll come back, we'll hear some more about the controversial Desmond Valentine. A lot more on Exposure. Stay with us, please. Welcome back and thanks for staying with us on Exposure today. We are talking with Desmond Valentine, Ninjaman, about his performance at Sting and his handing over of a gun on stage to Senior Superintendent of Police Renita Adams. We have on the phone Mr. Adams at this point in time. He was unable to join us because, of course, he's out in the field doing a lot of work. Mr. Adams?
Yes, a very good afternoon.
Good afternoon and welcome, sir. How are you?
Thank you. I'm fine. How can I help you?
Whereabouts are you now? You're on the job?
Okay, yes, I am in Port Antonio right now. I just did an operation on a premises where a shotgun along with 4 rounds of ammunition has been recovered and 1 man has been arrested. He's
Yes.
being arrested right now. We are taking him to the Port Antonio police station.
You were searching the premises and you found the gun.
Well, obviously we're acting on intelligence, so we came in this morning hurriedly from Kingston based
Yes.
on my intelligence, and we went straight to our premises where it was searched, and this shotgun, a pump action shotgun with 4 rounds, and 1 man has been arrested also.
In light of that, Mr. Adams, just explain to the public why Desmond Valentine was not arrested when he handed over a gun to you at Sting.
It is simple. I have a discretion as a policeman. If a man found it possible, unnecessary and prudent to want to have his gun handed over to the police, I just think that I should appreciate that. And, you know, if I were to have gone and arrested anyone who voluntarily hands in his firearm, then anybody else would follow to hand over his or her firearm if I did that. Obviously, the firearm will be investigated. It was sent to the ballistic people.
Yes.
They will be investigating to find out if it were involved in any other criminal offenses, especially murder, shooting, or anything of the sort. If that were proven in a positive way, yes, Mr. Ninjaman and others will be investigated in a more in-depth way as to their involvement. But outside of that, the mere position, he did not tell me that it was his gun. He did not accept that it is his gun. He told me that he had a gun to hand over. I did not believe, because I saw him with an imitation firearm first. And people, you know, were saying it was as they saw it, it was an imitation firearm. I sent my 2 security officers first on stage, asking them and telling them to tell him if he really wanted to hand over a firearm, they could have done it to them. He failed and insisted that he wanted me.
Yes.
So I for the purpose of it, I went. Why? I have people who want to hand over a firearm to me and so on. I will gladly accept it, and it depends on the circumstances. I personally, I don't know who else,
Yes.
but I personally will not be charging anybody, probably just to say thanks and to make further investigation as to its involvement in serious other crimes.
Did you talk with Ninjaman any at all before his performance on stage?
I have never spoken to Ninjaman before. I think about 5 years ago, I might have seen him in Olympic Garden, and somebody showed me that was Ninjaman. I had no talking at all. I heard it being said that it was staged. I don't know about any staging of anything. I've always gone to Sting for 17 of the 18 or 19 years it has been in existence. and I've always been there. And I did not tell anybody at all that I was involved in any staging of any firearms. So I don't know how this statement could be made at all.
But we have that statement coming from a very high-ranking official in the police force. As a matter of fact, the commissioner alluded to that. Let's just hear what the commissioner had to say, Mr. Adams, and then I'm going to ask you to respond to something I'll ask you right after.
Yeah.
Let's go to a clip from the commissioner of police.
Initiative. But a gun amnesty requires a certain condition to exist and a certain window of opportunity to be made available that never existed at the time we started this initiative. There has to be a public mindset that they have reached a stage where they want to hand over the guns, and a gun amnesty would encourage that. That certainly did not exist a month or two ago. However, we are encouraging people to hand over guns, and you would have seen what seems to be becoming a controversial handing over. But, you know, I need to sort of tone it down a bit to say that there's a lot of stage acting there. The police had been informed prior to of the whole event, so there was a lot of acting. And if you notice, a certain police officer didn't do too badly singing.
Mr. Adams?
Yeah?
Did you hear what the commissioner had to say?
I never heard her say, but I am not motivated to speak on what the commissioner said. I'm telling you, and I'm telling Jamaica, right? Anybody who indicated that this was a stage thing, obviously, if it were the commissioner, obviously he was misinformed and well, I just want to say he was misinformed. I didn't speak to the commissioner on that issue.
Is there some rift going on, Mr. Adams?
Hold on, I'm the one who is responsible for having gone on stage. No other officers were there other than my two bodyguards.
Yes.
I did not speak to the commissioner on this issue. So I am telling you, if the commissioner made that statement, obviously he was misinformed. Nobody else was there with me. I was the one who went on that stage, received that firearm along with my two bodyguards. None of us have reported directly to the commissioner. And my report to the command post on the site was that I was called on stage by Ninjman, who handed me a Glock 17, and that is on the log on the command post at Sing.
Yes. Let me just hold you a second. Ninjaman, the commissioner has said that there was a lot of stage acting, that the police were informed before the gun was handed over. Did you make any call to the CMU to inform them?
I want to give you a joke. I never know Mr. Adams. I never want to know Mr. Adams. And Mr. Adams, as him there on the phone now, I can tell you the truth where God love. Mr. Adams killed 2 of my friends them already, at least 3. Pele, George Brown, and our next one promoter East. Yeah?
Therefore?
All 3 men them come from prison with me, and them tell us I see me 5 years ago. It was 3 years when I just come from prison, and him look him to 100 of them come down the Olympic way, and them point me out to him, and him like them say him to turn to me. Not even him turn to me, Mr. Pusey turn to me and say, "Let me tell you this. Leave the gunman company them alone. And tell my friends that don't go back to Waterhouse."
And since then you haven't contacted Mr. Adams?
I never talked to Mr. Adams that day. From them tell me that I'm saying Adams that him know me now. I will send Mary feet.
So you've run away from Adams?
I don't really run away. I just walk out because let me tell you something, girlfriend. I am bad from I 13, you know. From I 13 I live on the battlefield, you know. And I had 37 the 24th of this month. You feel after going through all them gunshot and all them things, they don't say, if alright, if them give an award for dead friend, me have the most, you know.
But let me come back to you. Mr. Adams?
Yes, and I want to make something clear. I'm told that a particular statement has also indicated that it is obvious that I rehearsed the song that I did. Let me tell Jamaica and make it clear This is a song that I have been singing for the last 20 years at every church that I have gone to. When I was the commanding officer for St. Catherine, that was my theme song. When I was the commanding officer for Kingston Eastern, that was my theme song at the churches. And anywhere I go, that is my theme song, because I think it's just relevant. It will soon be done. It will soon be done. All the troubles and trials, all the temptation, all the gun shooting, all the news carrying and the news mongering and everything will soon be done. And that is my philosophy on that whole observation. Nothing at all was rehearsed or staged.
Is there a rift, Mr. Adams, in the ranks of the police force? I find it quite absurd that the commissioner can come out at a press conference and say to the people of this country that it was staged. Police officers knew about what was going to happen on stage before it actually took place, and that you did very well holding the mic too. And you are now saying that you knew nothing of it. What is going on?
Well, I'm not negating what the commissioner said about policemen knew. I'm only talking for myself. I'm not talking if he said if the respectable commissioner said that policemen knew.
Yes.
Then obviously he knows what he's talking about. But I'm saying I don't know about any staging.
Yes. You have also said.
And neither was there any policeman who indicated to me that this would be taking place.
Yes. You have also said, Mr. Adams, that the reason you did not arrest Ninjaman had to do with the discretion on your part. It had nothing to do with the gun amnesty that you stated before. Is there a gun amnesty?
I don't know if I alluded to any gun amnesty. I'm only saying.
You were
right?
quoted
and
in the paper.
Happened, there is precedent. Many a person has handed in firearm to the police force. Persons, business people, ladies, gunmen themselves. Everybody, almost every category of person out there has handed in guns to the police force, and we have always accepted it. Only that we investigate to find out if they were involved in any serious crime, which would follow by prosecution or arrest. At the end of the day, if it were proven that it was not involved, then a warning to the individual and also a congratulatory remark to them is also prudent.
How far are you?
I will continue to accept firearm from anybody for any reason, as long as it is illegal.
How far are you, Mr. Adams?
That one firearm could have saved 50 persons' life in this country.
How far are you with the investigations into this one?
Well, the man, I tell you, I was actually on the way to the Port Antonio police station to have this man arrested, but because you called me, I've stopped along the wayside to talk to you. I'm going now to have him arrested for illegal possession of firearm and ammunition and further investigation as to certain criminal activities. My intelligence has indicated that this individual has been involved in a Port Antonio here for the longest while.
In relation to Desmond Valentine's issue, how far are you with the investigation in that? Have you found out anything related to the gun and any spent shells or anything like that?
Not yet. It has been sent to the ballistic people, as I said, and they have a stockpile here now doing. But I've asked them to speed track it, fast track it for me.
Yes.
And I'm quite sure by about Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I should be able to report to the authorities as to the status on that gun, whether or not it were involved in any criminal activities.
May I thank you so very much, Senior Superintendent of Police Renata Adams. We're going to take a break on exposure. When we come back, we'll take some calls from you, the viewers, and also have a wrap with Ninjaman. Stay with us, please.